Hi again, we are back, and now we're going to go ahead and correct Identi-Bone. You can go ahead and correct your own, and make sure you use a green pen, and we will be giving half points for partial credit, and some of them will receive extra credit if you were specific in your answers. All right, write down CB and your name, and let's go ahead and grade. So, number 1. This is not a flipper or a paddle. This is actually the scapula, shoulder blade, of a cow. So that would be scapula, S-C-A-P-U-L-A. And you could tell because it's got this ridge right here, which a lot of muscles attached to. And most of our bones actually come from cows because of the meat industry. Sadly, many cows are processed, and so I guess that's where we got a lot of these bones from. They were all here before I was here. Number 2, these are jaws, so you could go ahead and give yourself a point for jaws or mandible. And these are the jaws. We're going to say it's a blue shark, and you can go ahead and give yourself a point for shark and an extra point for blue shark. Moving on to number 3. So this is actually a rib bone for a point, of a whale for another point, and it's actually a gray whale, which are common on our coast. The California gray whale is migrating back up to Alaska and the Chukchi Sea as we speak, and it's actually from a baby, so very sad. Number 4 is a skull, or you could say cranium, and number 4 is the skull of a dolphin for a point. And if you said bottlenose dolphin, give yourself an extra point for that. Okay. Number 5 is the sacrum of a cow, and if you're here for my last lecture, remember a sacrum is a bunch of fused vertebrae, okay, all together down in the lower pelvic region. So that would be the sacrum of a cow. Okay, next one, number 6. This is the tibia. So number 6 is the shin bone of a cow, we'll say. Sometimes I say horse, but some type of mammal. And we're going to bring this one over here, which we'll talk about later. All right, moving on to number 8. Okay, number 8 is, I'm not sure what I would call that, a nose or a snout or the saw of a saw shark. And this is, we could say it's a proboscis also if we want to be more scientific, but this is obviously from a shark, a saw shark. And an interesting fact about sharks is that more people have been killed from humans using shark-like weapons, such as this, than by sharks themselves. Okay, so that one's just fun to take a look at. All right, next one. This is the pelvis of a cow. Pelvis of a cow, number 12. And sadly, you guys didn't get a chance to do this, but oftentimes, especially the boys, tend to stick their faces in here, so it looks like this. And I tell them later, you just put your face in the pelvis of a cow. So kind of gross. Anyways, pelvic bone or pelvis. Next one, these are also a set of jaws, okay, for number 16, and we're going to call this a reef shark. So you give yourself a point for shark and another point if you put reef shark. Okay, moving on to number 24. 24, this is a femur, okay, another femur of a cow. And I brought the tibia over here so that you guys can see how they articulate together and work together. The tibia's got these 2 little spots right there where the 2 little bumps on the femur go, and it works as a knee joint, okay, just like that. Okay, so that would be the knee, femur, and tibia. These are vertebrae, B-R-A-E, because that's the plural form, and we're going to say this is from a dolphin. Okay, vertebrae. And then this is a single vertebra of a whale, another gray whale. One of my students gave this to me. They said they find lots of them down in Mexico, and she brought it back and donated it to the classroom. All right, so here are your final answers for Identi-Bone. If you want to take a look at that and grade it and give yourselves extra points for correct identification of animals, and you could give yourself half points, 3/4 points. It's up to you. Okay, so you could count them up and give yourself a score out of 10. All right, see you later.